How's it going, everyone? My name is Arya Black, and welcome to another episode of the CGUK Bargain Bin Show. So, quickly, Shane, very sorry we're late, but we're here now. It's going to be a good show. Let me bring on the guests. Here is Jack Wiskotex. How you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
Awesome. Yeah, I'm good myself. Let's bring on Mr. Bobbers. It's Stallion Dave.
All right, me Bobbers. How's it going, everyone?
Let's bring out our foreign exchange student. It's Rob.
Whee! Hello! Start as you mean to go on. What's up?
What's up? And tonight's very special guest, we have Kev. How you doing, dude?
How are you? How are you guys?
Good, man. Good. Nice to have your face on.
I can't beat a what's up. I can't beat that.
I don't think anyone's gonna beat that.
Rob always does the best intros.
What's up?
Hello, Dave in the chat.
Dave.
Got burnt scribe. Thanks for coming, dude. We got Dave, but he's also on screen, so he doesn't count.
What?
I always count. I count twice.
Michael McCann.
Especially on international flights.
Exactly.
I was thinking that, but I was too polite to stay.
No,
Sorry, I'll get my coat.
Well, me too.
Right. If I wanted this abuse, I go on with Commie Mark later. Wait.
Hey. We got Statistical Zero in the chat. Hello, all. Popping in to listen for a bit while I draw. Show us your drawings, dude.
Show us your etchings.
You had a lot of sugar today, mate.
I know.
Right.
I'm usually more subdued at 11 o'clock.
No, that's the same there, man. Seriously, it gets past 10 o'clock. I'm like an old man. I just want to sleep.
I think I have about an hour in the day after I wake up where I'm at max energy, and after that I just crash. So, the theme for today is like we did a few weeks ago, where we did our comic book inspirations, where we were talking about different artists and writers that have inspired us in different books we like. This time we're doing this exact same thing, but with movies. So, talk about directors and movies that inspired us in our work and all that. But before we get started, links in the description, guys. I've got everybody's Indiegogos, everybody's Twitters and YouTubes in the description. So go down there, follow us all, keep up to date with the CGUK Bargain Bin Show, all that jazz. Check out Kev's Indiegogo. Link is the first link in the description. That's Glint in Monsterland, now on Indiegogo. So, yeah, should we get started, guys? Who wants to go first?
Right. I reckon Mr. Movie Man himself should really go first, don't you?
Hold on.
Unless you want to be the last.
No, it's fine. I'll
build up to it.
Answers too, so we can go first and last.
You dickhead. Let me share my screen.
Have you got a PowerPoint?
I do. Hold on. So I'm working with two screens, so it's like, why is this my PowerPoint not coming out?
I love it. 3 weeks ago when I said, "Oh, let me get my PowerPoint," everyone's like, PowerPoint, old school. And now it's like, oh yeah, it's really smooth with a PowerPoint, isn't it?
That's a lot of gay films on the left. That is.
Yeah, I forgot to hit. There we go. There we go.
I wonder what they could be.
I gotta say,
Why is it overtaken?
I said gay films, but those are all my favorite films.
There you go. Right, so mine's a little different because we're talking about movie inspirations. When I was younger and I first started getting into movies, I didn't look at things like directors or anything like that. I purely went on movies I enjoyed. So this list is going to be full of very questionable choices, but it could be right. So here we go. My movie inspirations by Bristolian Dave. Sub to my YouTube. First, if it works, hold up. Why is it not working? There we go. First movie, Dirty Dancing.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's my favorite
Exactly.
movie.
That is what this movie taught me. You never put a girl in the corner. See?
In a round room.
So it was just. Sorry, mate.
In a round room. Sorry.
Fuck. So basically, this movie was just all about. Well, it was just a fun, entertaining movie. I had a real thing for rom-coms back then, and to be fair, I blame most of this on my mother. She made me watch this film about 400 times when I was a kid, because you don't have control over the TV at that point, unfortunately. So that really did shape my movie interest going forward, as well as this one. Can anyone guess what this movie is?
We go together like shabba-labba-labba-labba-dang-ba-ding-ding-da-dong.
Yep, that's what the lyrics are.
That's the film with the flying car at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, so this one, again, never a good movie, as you can see, never music-y movie. This was more about, I wanted to be Danny Zuko when I was younger. I tried once, didn't end up well. And I found that the movie kind of lies to you. Women don't like to change everything about themselves and can become almost complete sluts for you.
Please say the next slide is going to be you dressed as Danny Zuko with a gay haircut and everything.
I'm not that scared.
Can I just
tell us
say,
how that went?
that in this photo, Olivia Newton-John looks really uncomfortable next to,
She's got those tight leathers on, isn't it?
you know.
Yeah, mate, everything's like cramped in there. It looks like probably like a little really tight squished ham sandwich.
She was a tube of toothpaste in that.
So yeah, next, a little different. Nightmare on Elm Street.
I thought it was E.T.
I watched this when
This
I
one's a
was
bit different.
about, must have been about 12, something like that, 12, 11, 12, something around there. Yeah, scared the living shit out of me. Brilliant movie.
Isn't that Jim?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jim and the people he likes taking his van. Yeah, it's just an all-around good horror movie, to be fair. It's a classic, and that sort of set the bar quite high for horror movies going forward for me on that one. And then we've got, of course, Small Soldiers. Now, what kid did not want their toys to come to life? I can't think of a single one. And if there is, there's something wrong with that kid. Yeah. Simple. Toys come to life because of these microchips that are put in them. And they fight, and the Barbie dolls get fucked up. And yeah, everything about this movie. I put up in the word up.
leaving out that preposition would have made a much more interesting movie.
Yeah, might not have been a kids movie then, but yeah. So that was a real good one for me. And then this one, believe it or not, for me, this is still one of the best animated movies of all time. If you've not seen it, it's called Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and it's fantastic. It's by DreamWorks. I'm telling you, the story's fantastic. The soundtrack is just purely Bryan Adams the whole way through. He does the whole soundtrack, whole new load of songs, and it's so good. So if you haven't seen this, or if you've got a kid, show them this movie. This one. And then, where would I be without the Power Rangers? Now, this set quite a precedent for me. It was like, it taught me what was right and what was wrong, you see. Without all this random shit you get today. This is simple, right and wrong. Don't hurt people. Do good shit. Done.
I believe that was the tagline. Don't hurt people, do good shit.
There we go, see?
Thus spoke the Church of Bristolian Dave.
That I've had a religion, mate. Don't worry about that. Stato, excuse me, mate.
Let me
I
check
always
that.
found the message in Spirit to be a bit of a nag.
Whoa!
That's pretty good. All right, I'll let you have that one. Yes.
Have you seen this one?
VHS. That's how I watched it.
Oh yeah, old VHS tape of Power Rangers. That's how I watched this.
Yes. And to this day, It's still a fantastic kid show. All kids should watch this show. And then this movie, Rush Hour. This taught me the importance of racial banter. Okay. Like, seriously, like between everyone. Like,
not
no
what
point
I
getting
expected.
offended. If something's not meant to be offensive, don't get offended. Just it's banter. It's banter, innit? Like, and the jokes between these two, just ridiculous. Like, it would never be allowed today. Never.
I haven't
But
seen it for so long.
That shaped
I'm gonna have
comedy.
to watch that.
That
Yeah,
shaped
I
a lot
agree
of
with
comedy going forward.
Well said there, Dave.
And then another comedy movie. Is anyone? Yeah, American Pie.
American Pie, the first one.
Yeah, don't fuck hot apple pies because and you burn your dick. Again, this shaped my comedy. I watched this when I was really young. I think must be about 12, 13. And certain scenes in it as well. Certain characters like Nadia, for example. It shaped my teens, shall we say.
It shaped something.
So that again was an inspirational comedy, you know. And in this movie, please tell me someone can name this movie.
Bloodsport.
Yes, yes.
Boom.
Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bolo Young. Fantastic. Still one of the best martial arts movies to date, in my opinion. And it sort of set the bar for martial arts movies going forward for me as well, for after everything I've seen after that. Again, really good movie. Highly recommend it. And then finally, I have to put it in there because this came out when I was 7, I think. What was it, 99 it came out, I think? Something like that. So this was my first Star Wars. Not necessarily, not saying it's the best, but it was my first Star Wars, and it really got me into the whole franchise. And I wouldn't have gone back and watched the originals probably if it weren't for this. I loved it.
That Star Wars is a lot better than people care to admit.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. My styles too.
yeah, and I love Jar Jar. I'll say that. Yeah, a lot of people hate on that, but this for me was fantastic. I wanted to be Obi-Wan. My brother wanted to be Qui-Gon. We'd have lightsaber battles. We made our own lightsabers with massive tubes of rolled up newspaper and stuck duct tape around them because we were as poor as shit at one point, and would beat the shit out of each other with these homemade lightsabers. It's fantastic.
Demon says best fights in Star Wars. I'll agree. That episode, best fights in Star Wars.
Yeah, so good.
Definitely. I don't know, actually. The episode 3 with
Episode 3 was really good.
Obi-Wan and Anakin fight on the lava. That's pretty sick.
But that Qui-Gon Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul fight, that was the coolest thing I ever saw as a kid. That's the bit, innit? Duel of the Fates. Yeah, exactly. Duel of the Fates scene is amazing.
Yeah.
And quick shout out to the other host of the CGUK Bargain Bin show, Jim, who's currently
living life.
Has he had a Van Wee and a wee van?
Fuck's sake. I'm not even going to respond to that.
Good man, good man.
Controversial opinion, yeah?
Dave the Jar Jar of the show. So you love me or you hate me? Yeah, I'll take that.
Boss snap.
Boss snap.
Jar Jar Babbers. Shane says he hasn't seen that movie since it was first released in the cinema.
Go back and watch it, man. Especially after you've watched the sequel trilogy, go back to and watch a prequel trilogy, and you will develop a new love for it. I'm telling you, especially after the shit of the sequels. Like, it's so much better than the first time you saw it, I expect.
Hey, awesome! You had some good picks there.
Yeah, some.
Opened it with Dirty Dancing, which is low key my favorite film. So.
Yeah, same. Honestly, same. It's like anytime I'm feeling like, you know what, a shit day, well, I need to cheer myself up. What do? Put on Dirty Dancing. I even bought, right? It was cheap, 50p in a charity shop a few years ago. I bought Dirty Dancing workout DVD. They taught you the dances in it.
Do you do it?
No, but I watched it once. And I thought, I ain't got enough room for that. If I do a pirouette like that and hit that table, so I thought I better not.
Dave, how many subs do we have to get you to for you to do them dances on a live stream?
You get me monetized. Get me monetized.
All right, that's a big ask.
Yeah, so is me dancing.
We are recording this.
Monetized yet.
Do you dance along, Dave? Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
you don't have to now.
Hey, if you knew some of my movie taste, like if I went deep into that vault, you'd lose a lot of respect for me.
Nah, we didn't
I
have
want
that
to
much.
see Rob running towards you, leaping in the air, and you catching him like that.
You know what?
Just
Right?
Or the
practicing
other way
at the
round.
pond.
I actually did that with someone once. I was obviously the person holding them up. I'll get that in there. But honestly, it can be done. I'll tell you, if you get me monetized in the next week, if you get me monetized, I'll do it.
There's a challenge. There's a challenge and a half.
So I only need 840 subscribers and 3,000 odd watch hours.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah,
Only I'll bang that out in a weekend.
that's what.
Look,
That's
like-
what
Jacobus is up next because he's sharing his screen with me.
Yeah,
Here we
I do not have as much as Dave, but I will say by far this is the best animated film. I mean,
fantastic.
like that's quite a claim, but I stand by it. The film's fucking dope. And
It is.
go across.
And I love technology.
It's not working now.
I noticed that with Windows 10, you use like earlier Windows, you used to be able to click and it went to the next photo. In Windows 10, it's lost that function.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tried
it's
that.
weird.
I don't.
Let's check the chat while this is happening.
Yeah, burnt sky.
Been described. Ron Williams, may you rest in peace. Indeed, indeed.
Yep.
For sure.
Fantastic actor.
Shayna said Dirty Dancing came out in 87. You know what else came out in 87? Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's a good movie too.
Haven't
Danny
watched
DeVito? Who was in that? Danny DeVito.
It was. Oh, it's been a long time since I watched that now. Who is it? What's his name? Was it DeVito? No.
Wasn't it?
Chat and help us out. Go on, chat. Do stuff.
Yeah. Enlighten us, chat. How's it going, Jacobus?
I've picked it. And
Hail Pete.
opening up fucking
Technical difficulties, is it?
That's it. Steve Martin.
Pete says Aladdin was great. A lot of Warner Brothers style animation, which is why it's good.
I think
John
what I was thinking of was throw Mama off the train.
Steve Martin, John Candy.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thinking of throw Mama off the train, maybe. Or something similar. Sorry.
next on the list has to be Scarface. Is amazing.
Good choice. Very good choice.
This next one I don't think is quite as controversial as Dirty Dancing or Grease,
Don't know.
but Titanic.
Oh,
All right.
well, that's a top
Not
one.
so much because of the film, because I seen James Cameron working on the Titanic, like a documentary thing, and how much work and how much detail and that, like he pieced all together is next level.
Draw me like one of your
Finally.
French girls.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How much for that
Please
screen?
Monetize me.
do. Lord of the Rings, the whole trilogy, because they're all absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
I prefer Lord of the Rings to Star Wars, which might not be a popular opinion.
No, to be fair, I think I'd probably agree. Like for me,
I'm
Lord of the Rings
Team
is
Star Wars on this one.
as long as they don't fuck up the new series.
Story.
Yeah, I'd go with Star Wars as well, but a lot of the Rings is like it's close. It's close.
as a child, my favourite film was The Aristocats. I don't know why,
Oh God, yeah, damn.
but I absolutely love that film.
Good film.
I might get the kids to watch it just to see if I remember why I like it.
Yeah, do it, man.
If they get into it.
Get that Disney Plus subscription going.
Awesome. Burnt Scribe says Williams once described Aladdin as Warner cartoons in Disney drag.
Yeah, fair.
And Goose asked, did you like the original Scarface too?
Uh,
Was that not the original? I've got no
Nope.
idea.
Nope, there's one before it, I think. I've
Yeah,
actually
old
bought it
gangster
on
movie
DVD
in the
recently.
40s. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
It was very
a bit-
controversial. They still kept in the fancying his sister bit, but his friend was always like flipping a coin, and it wasn't very graphic. He just like shot him, and then you saw the coin fall. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but it's not as good as Say Hello to My Little Friend. You know.
Yeah, Pacino did make that role for himself there. And that
Yeah.
was
What's Pete on about? I think during 9/11, James Cameron was actually on the Titanic. He was. The Aristocats, I love that for its rough and fueled animation. Right. Awesome. Who's next, guys?
If you like, I don't know, or
Yeah, or I can go if you like. Yeah,
Kev, want to go? Yeah, go for it, Kev.
yeah, sure. I'll go next.
Kevy boy. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, you've my top 3 movies hasn't changed. Well, one of them has. I've always had 3 top movies, and then Joaquin Phoenix came out with that Joker movie, and I was like, that is awesome. But for like decades, my top 3 movies have been Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Goodfellas, and True Romance. And True Romance has had to slip for the Joker because that's how boss that movie was. But you asked the question, what was your movie influences? And I was like thinking about Glyn, and I was like, it's a kid's comic, but all 3 movies are in there somehow. Like, and you really, how is Goodfellas in Glyn, right? But I was thinking, the bad guys are completely irredeemable. I've got irredeemable bad guys, just like those gangsters. There's no humanity in any of them. And with the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, like the Sergio Leone, actually all the Italian westerns, there's so many. You take a lifetime watching them all. They're all so good. But a lot of them have the extreme close-ups on the eyes and extreme close-ups as they're going for their weapons and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's completely, that was just subconscious, putting that in. And True Romance, you can have a heterosexual love story that isn't all having dinner in a fancy restaurant and, love triangles and all that kind of bollocks that you see in a lot of movies.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, they've been my top 3,
And also, and since when? Like, since you were been for a while now, yeah.
Yeah.
And until Joker came along, then.
Yeah, no, that was unreal. That movie. You've
How
all
was
seen
that?
it, haven't you?
Yeah. I love the Joker, but the only thing for me was like I really love the goofy Batman theme, like with the Joker, like the proper cartoony kind of characters there. So that was the only thing that was missing for me. Other than that, I thought the Joker was one of the best movies ever done, for sure.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Like, Joaquin Phoenix just pulled it off, like, perfectly. I couldn't see anyone else in that role. No, he's done it.
Peep
But we're
says
gonna get Jared Leto.
True Romance was awesome.
Yeah.
I must admit, I've never seen it, and I was like, isn't that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, that's True Lies. Yeah.
True Love with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That'd be so different.
I mean, but Jamie Lee Curtis, right? Am I right, guys? Am I right? So, yeah. Okay, that's one to watch for later.
There's another movie that's like True Romance called Love and a 45, and that's very good. And it's actually the only movie with Renee Zellweger in that I can stomach. She was actually a good actress in that. You know, it was before everything else, before Bridget Jones and stuff. And yeah, no, that's just edge of your seat stuff. Just a bunch of hillbillies. A robbery goes wrong, and the guy and his girlfriend have to run from people they owe money to, and the cops, and an ex-cellmate who's got a vendetta out against him, and it's just trying to get to Mexico, trying to get away from these guys. That's very good too. Yeah, Love and 45 it's called.
Okay, cool.
And she's hot in it. Before she did all of that to her face and cat-faced herself.
Yeah, but even in Me, Myself, and Irene, she was kind of cute. Even though, what was it, Jim Carrey said, you know, apart from those squinty eyes you've got. Cool.
Yeah, the Goose says he has a top 3 films too. But then we have someone like Statistical Zero who's saying his top 3 change every day, and I think I'm in that camp. Like, pretty much. Dirty Dancing is my number 1, but then number 2 and 3 change like every other day.
I will say The Mask is an awesome film with Jim Carrey, and that's one of my favourite films.
And Cameron Diaz.
Yeah,
Oh, there's something about Mary. Oh.
With the hair gel, yeah. That is a fantastic movie. Yeah,
that is excellent. Oh God, I had forgotten about that.
You know what, right? With the kids these days needs to watch these type of comedies. I'm telling you, they need to watch them, and then I'll stop getting offended by everything.
Yeah, I think these days they look at films from like the 90s and maybe the teens, the thousands, and they're like, oh, but they're old movies. I'm like, come on, but these old movies, pretty damn good, no?
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Well done, Jacobus. You just put in the chat, if you have top 3 films, let us know. Do that. We've already got some people in here. Jacob Price saying American Psycho, Wolf of Wall Street, The Rock.
Nice.
I gotta say, I know this young man, and I'm like totally knocked back that there were no Transformers in his top 3. Explain that, buddy.
Go on, tell us. American Psycho, for sure. Good movie. I like that one. Peep says, oh, he's not talking about that.
California, that was a good movie.
California, that's the one. Is that the one with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. King Art says, is Jack in the toilet sitting on a bowl the wrong way around?
Well, it saves time, doesn't it?
And you keep falling into the toilet.
You've got somewhere to perch your laptop.
Him straining, guys. My top 3: Predator, Aliens, and Terminator. Awesome.
Oh,
Terminator 2, he said. Terminator 2.
Yeah, but Terminator 2 was good.
Yeah. Predator and Aliens are like jumping in and out of my top 3 favorite films. So.
That's getting top 10 now.
Yeah, I couldn't narrow it down to 3. That's why I put so many.
Well, you've got to go through like 20,000 films from your shelves.
All right, I'm closing in on 6,000 titles. All right, it's not.
Goose says, Dave, if you sorry,
go on, you go ahead.
No, I was just wondering if Dave, if you're under house arrest until you're 80, could you watch all your DVDs that you've got?
I did work it out at one point. I think I had enough to watch like a movie a day for like 6 years, something like that. Like not, which is pretty all right.
All right,
that's just ones I haven't seen.
You're slacking.
You should be the only one of us who hasn't been bored during lockdown.
What is the?
No, you think that though, but no, I get bored. I spend enough time with myself. I get bored.
No. What is the longest? What is the most number of movies you've watched back to back? There's a question.
Marathon it.
Well, I'd say there's been a couple of days where I just watched movies from when I got up to when I went to sleep.
Whoa.
So
Damn.
What, 2 hours a movie on average, six or seven, something like that, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's when I was like,
Allow me to just
Young.
draw your attention to
now
Pete's top 3 films, which is the human sex.
Damn. Ouch.
Graphic Goose, though. Gangs of New York, very, very good pick.
Bring that up. Gangs of New York, The Deer Hunter, and Taxi Driver. Also, Shawshank comes close.
You know what? I've never
Shawshank.
seen Taxi Driver. I've never actually watched it.
I've never seen it.
But a long, long time ago. I'd have to. I can't remember anything from it. I guess I was a bit young when I saw that, and I was like, you know. But
It sounds familiar.
Shawshank Redemption was epic. Was excellent.
Yeah, that was one I hadn't watched for ages, and then we just put it on out of the blue, and I was like, whoa, I see why everyone's talking about this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Nice.
6,000 titles, you need to catch up with me.
Whoa. What are we talking here? Are we talking like, I'm talking 6,000 titles that I own. All right, not just watched in my life, like own. So if you own more than that, let me know how many, because now this is competition.
Let's go and shopping.
Let me know your address.
Fight. Oh no, he didn't.
Jacob Price, my back-to-back viewing, sat through the first 3 Lethal Weapons, no regrets.
Where's number 4?
I bet you regret that now, buddy boy.
They used to have this thing on at the local cinema in Grimsby, all-night movies, and it was excellent.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It was. I mean, like, you imagine, like, getting into the cinema 10 o'clock at night, and then being there until 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, the first time I did that, it was Friday the 13th, parts 1 to 5.
Nice.
Back to back. The second one, it was Mad Max 1 to 3, plus oh god, what was the second? Rambo First Blood Part 2, and a really strange, because they had it Mad Max 1, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Mad Max 2, and then the second random film was Confessions of a Window Cleaner. Have you ever heard of those?
Interesting choice to put in with that. That's
like 1960s British soft porn. I was like, what? Like, this is the time you don't want to be watching this because you're like falling asleep, like missing the last movie, right? And then Mad Max 3, and there was another one I saw, but damn, they were just excellent. You know, bring beer with you, popcorn. You know, and it was a party. It was excellent.
Oh, that's cool.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do one of those. That'd be cool. Star Wars Marathon sounds good to me in the cinema.
I watched Star Wars.
But not the last 3.
I watched the 9 Star Wars with a couple of mates. Had a mini projector and a silver, what do you call it? Screen. Silver.
It's called a TV rock.
What do we call this in English? No, like a movie projector.
Oh,
yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
It's not just me that's going bonkers. A screen, a projector screen. I don't know. Anyway, I think we watched all 9 movies in 2 sittings, which was nice. It was nice. Aye. So, do you want to go next then, Aria?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Just say, Shane, if you because he's put it's about the ones he's watched, not own. Have you got Letterboxd or anything, mate, or like shoot me a link on Twitter or something. I want to see what you've watched. Sorry. Now you can go, Aria. And now I've handled my business. You can go.
Right. So these are my 4 favorite movies. I'm joking.
Right. I was about to leave the stream, if I'm honest there, mate. That was
yeah, but what do these 4 pictures have in common? Or these 4 movies?
What's the bottom left one?
Bottom left is from the Flash, the TV show.
You know what?
right.
I can't remember his name.
I quite enjoy those shows. The only one I couldn't watch is Batwoman because it is a pile of shit.
Yeah, but my point being,
They're all DC, aren't they?
well, apart
No,
from
the thing's not.
That's the thing.
Is that the thing? I wasn't sure.
Well,
'Cause
it's
he's
supposed
not-
to be the thing. It wasn't
I was
really
gonna
the
say,
thing.
Not
It was
very
different.
orange, is he?
no.
Oranges!
And the theme is CGI costumes.
So like the theme is, I hate CGI, like CGI films. What I love are films like these, which use practical effects to do all their special effects, and that's my big thing. Really, is the artistry of it, how they present the visuals to you. So practical effects, obviously, Predator, and then other ones like that, Terminator, Alien, the original Star Wars trilogy, as opposed to the new one, which all the effects are digital now. Pan's Labyrinth, which is a cool mix of both, but particularly the guy with the eyes in his hands, and then the fawn. That's all. Doug Jones, I think his name is, in practical effects, makeup, and animatronics, and all that. And then the Thing, obviously, the original is known for the awesome practical effects, and the sequel, the shitty CGI effect. But there's one in particular I can tell you about because it's particularly influential to me, and that is the 1990s original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So before this came out, the comic books had been done, the action figure line was out, and the cartoon show everyone knew was out. And then they come up with this, the movie, and everyone thought it was going to bomb because it was live action, it was dark, it was gritty, and it wasn't like the goofy cartoon action they have on the cartoons. So people thought it was just going to bomb. Turns out, massive success, reinvigorated the brand. But more than anything, I want to tell you about the effects in this. The suits they used to create the turtles, they're actual animatronic muscle suits. So, like, obviously, you see the visuals on screen of all four turtles. And there's just something about, stunt guys in big puffy suits that just
Turn you on.
There you go with it, mate.
Oh, get you!
there's something about, just actual people being there on set. It just looks right, as opposed to these digital creations, all done in the computer. Like, you see the visuals there, how to me they just look like they blend into the scene, and it looks like the cartoon come to life to me. So we got Jim Henson to thank for that. He's the big brains behind the Muppets, of course, and he came up with the original Ninja Turtle suits, and they were really basic, really, in this movie, because this was the first of four. They had some like minor animatronics in the face, with like the mouth could move and the eyes could squint a little. But then in the later movies, they updated it so like the cheeks would move, and like eyebrows, and like loads of complicated facial expressions. So yeah, the costumes were like obviously these pieced together rubber suits with foam and clay to build up the muscles, and that's a GIF that should be playing. 1 second, let me put it like this. There we go. You'll see that.
Yes.
Right. So the like costumes are designed to let the stunt guy, the actors inside, move fluidly. So you get these really good natural movements, which they try to replicate in CGI nowadays, but to me it's just not quite the same. And then here's a weird little tidbit. You're seeing the original suits pop up on like eBay and all that now.
Whoa.
And because they're made with like natural materials, they're degrading over time, and you can see how like Donatello's lips have like peeled back over the animatronics, and it's really crazy. And these things sell for like millions. It's crazy.
Imagine waking up to that. Fuck.
Can you imagine somebody like buying that for their little kid who just loves the turtles? He rips the Christmas wrapping paper off and what the fuck? One eye is like hanging.
and it's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Donatello's in there. Kill me.
Whispers at you. But yeah, guys. So these are the new films that came out recently. Obviously, big CGI fest. And did you like these films?
Megan Fox, though, man.
Oh, okay.
She shouldn't have been April, but Megan Fox.
Well, she's not CGI, so she's okay.
I need to check, though. I need to check to make sure.
But yeah, you can see the difference with these turtles.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look right to me.
All natural materials.
Yeah, like there's the difference between them. It just looks more grounded with the actual suits and the practical effects, and like the way the light hits them and all that. I just far prefer the practical effects of it all. And then you can see here how it actually looks in real life. You've got the real costumes with the actors inside, and then you've got the, these weird things with dots on them, and that's the turtle costumes of nowadays. And I don't like that because there's no like memorabilia to go along with the production and all that. Like, what have you got?
What do you think about Spider-Man suit?
Do you like some of the Marvel suits they do now, like Iron Man and Spider-Man, are like a mix where they do like Spider-Man's eyes will be CGI'd, but Tom will be in like most of the outfit. I guess that's cool because you can do some cool things then. Like they did it with Deadpool as well. Like his face would move, but it'd be Ryan Reynolds in a Deadpool suit. So that's kind of cool, blending the two. But like the turtles there, it's all CGI and it just doesn't float well with me. So
it is. It's more impressive when you see someone do like a roundhouse kick. Yeah, just like that, rather than someone just typing something into a computer.
Yeah, like they'd have actual martial artists and stuntmen in the gear. It's like watching like a Jet Li movie. Like you're going there to see the performance of it all, aren't you? That sort of thing. And like you can see here that they just move differently, and there's even though
there's some stuff that you can do in CGI though that you just can't do with geezers in costumes.
Well, if you were going to do like the Hulk, I get that because he's massive, right? But
Lou Ferrigno.
I wanted to say.
But if you put Lou Ferrigno next to Chris Hemsworth, the Hulk's going to look small, isn't he?
I think he still look pretty big, just not as big as he should.
Yeah.
Not big enough.
You'd have to put Chris Hemsworth in a hole in the ground.
Never heard that.
Yeah. So this is a bit different, but the same idea. Like, these are all wicked sci-fi horror practical effects, and like horror is a really good theme for practical effects, in my opinion. It just lands a lot better to the viewer than CGI like ghosts and ghoulies and all that. So like, here's an example: the original Alien and the Alien Queen, and then the new one from Prometheus or whatever that movie was called. So yeah, like it lands different for me, and there's like a weight to the practical effects that is just not there with the CGI. It looks fancy, it's super clean, but it's just not the same, is it? And then, like Dave brought up earlier, the old and new Power Rangers. Like I loved the original Power Rangers movie. Like they went for the sort of armored look instead of the spandex, and that's how you do it. Put them in muscle suits with the foam padding, and it looks like as realistic as you need it to, rather than these the faces superimposed on these CGI outfits.
Was the White Power Ranger always that well hung?
Can't say I noticed.
Yeah, you did.
That's why he's my favorite.
This is
he came in with a sock down there.
So yeah, this one's a controversial one, guys. The original, not the original, the second live-action Ben Grimm. I thought this was exactly how you want to do Ben Grimm, the thing.
Yeah.
Like, remember you trying to recreate the like, you know, the picture on the left, the comic book. I thought that's how you bring it to the screen. But then Fox comes up with this monstrosity. And to me, that's just an example of going, you know, CGI going too far.
There's
Like,
no shape to him, is there, in that one?
Yeah.
No. See, that's the thing, that the middle one, they got the cast for that completely right as well. Like that, like almost the perfect casting and physical effects. So
Yeah. Right, I want to say, I am Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only downside I can see to this guy was to the second thing was that maybe he was a bit small, but it just worked. The guy pulled off the character and he looked cool, which I think is the main thing for the thing. So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring it full circle now because the Ninja Turtles and these practical effects are massively influential to me because I have this idea for my own character, Tailless. Have you guys seen this Skeletor ad?
yes.
Yeah.
I think I'll play it quick for the viewers. Basically, I tell Neve, I tell everyone who asks, if I were to make a Tailless movie, I would insist on Tailless being done with live action effects, practical effects, and you know, with the muscle suit, and he would look like this Skeletor. Tell me if you can hear this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're not just advertising here. I was just wanted to show you the, you know, the muscle suit. That's what I was going for. Right. I'm gonna cut that off before we finish. But yeah, you guys get it.
That's
Yeah.
not
That's
actually
right.
a muscle suit, though, is it? They were actually bodybuilders, I think.
No, they're in muscle suits.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, the guy's probably big. The guy playing He-Man, at least, he's got to be like way over 6 foot. But they're in. They did a behind the scenes video as well, and you can see them on the makeup and the muscle suits and all that. And that, you know, that look, the actual physicality of it, that's what I'd want in a Tailless movie. So yeah, there's my story.
Nice.
Good story.
For sure.
Cool story, bro.
If you do muscle suits, it's got to be a little bit camp now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the vibe. It's like those old movies. Like you can tell is a person in a suit, but just suspend your disbelief for 5 minutes and just get into it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, muscle suits are great. I wear one all the time.
How many have you got on there, Dave?
7.
Why can't we just be friends?
Because you guys are dicks. Except Kev. I like Kev. Kev's a good guy.
Yeah, Kev's awesome.
Love you too.
Let's have a quick look in the chat before we go on any further. Oh, I've missed a fair bit doing that. Right. Where are we going? Cap says top 3 right now: Harvey, Nightwatch, and Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh.
There's a good little list there.
Yeah.
I don't know what Demon's referring to, but he's saying better than Captain Marvel, so that goes for every single film we're talking about. Burnt Scribe says practical effects for the win. Peep says that's my boy. I don't know who he's talking about. Stat says right now, A-Team, City of Conquest, and The Thin Man are my favorites. Tomorrow it could be Big Trouble in Little China, Cinderella Man, and The Count of Monte Cristo. Who knows? Yeah, same.
Yeah, That's My Boy was about, I think that was about Jacobus's first movie. What was your first movie, Jacobus?
Aladdin.
There you go. I think that's what it was. It was People, wasn't it? Who was talking about That's My Boy. I think that was his comments at that point.
Burnstripe says too much CGI nowadays, and I'd agree. That's like sort of the Transformers movies where everything's blowing up and it's just a CGI gore fest. Like, hard to watch. The Thing is godly. Predator is epic. All four are great choices. We've got Turtle Power. What did I make of the Ninja Turtles remake? I thought it was a bit shit. It was clearly designed around the toy line, which I get. That's the running theme for the Ninja Turtles, but it wasn't a good toy line, and it didn't make for good movie, like storytelling. So, just failure in my opinion. Hero Turtles. How do I feel about Mrs. Fire?
Yeah, because that puffy suit.
Practical facts.
Yeah, you're like talking about men in puffy suits.
Mrs. Doubtfire is a quality film.
Yeah,
Sure.
Fantastic.
He-Man, Yoji pronouns, and he name set himself. Yeah. That's the new Twitter bio. I'm going to put PR, yeah.
That's good. Every time I go into a workshop now and they say, please put in your preferred, pronouns, I'll just put in he, man. Oh, I can't wait to try it out for the first time.
Shane says, my top 5 for Hell of a Night. Number 1, Night of the Living Dead. 2, Dawn of the Dead. 3, A Bittersweet Life. 4, Ju-on, The Grudge. And 5, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Good picks.
And Pete's typing with one hand, and I don't want to know why.
Well, it's an entertaining show. And we've had a lot of skin on display tonight.
It's an exciting.
And there's been talk of me dancing as well. So I won't be surprised if I was getting peep off right now.
It's an exciting show.
It is.
Right. I think Rob's up now.
So,
yeah,
go on then, Jacobs.
I said you get to regale us of films from the 1930s.
What, 20 years after his birth? I don't think so.
1930s, you're going back to the silent era.
So my first favourite film is Nosferatu.
Oh, nice.
All right, Dave. Let's see. Share. What film's that?
Oh, God. That. Ah.
Is that Black Hole?
No.
I have seen it, though.
I don't know.
Who's got you, dude?
Yeah, I got you, Dave. Anyone?
Everybody unsubscribe from Dave's from his film channel.
Anyone unsubscribes, I'm coming after you.
You're running away in droves.
I lost 1 sub earlier today. I was very upset.
Oh.
So I put Dirty Dancing on to cheer myself up.
Can you practice his moves?
Nobody in the chat.
Spaceballs.
No, not
From Beyond.
Is it From Beyond?
No.
No.
It's actually War of the Worlds, 1953 version.
Oh, I've never seen it. I've seen the Tom Cruise one.
Yeah, actually, the Tom Cruise one is not bad, but this one, I saw this when I guess I was about 6 years old, and I thought it was excellent because they had ships like this, like with lampposts sticking out of them. When you were a 6-year-old, you're like you're in your dad's car, like driving along, and it's night, and you see all these lampposts, and your imagination goes all wacky and like, whoa, they're like aliens. Oh, no, they're just bloody lampposts, lad. So, but
you were a special kid, weren't you, Rob? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm just going to go cry myself to sleep on a giant pillow. I remember, actually, I had an exercise book just for scribbling and sketching, and I filled pages with these kind of ships, like with the kind of like boomerang shape and the lamppost sticking out the top, and they were excellent, and I loved this film. Yeah. And there's one scene where an American soldier gets like, the way that the laser beams work, it's not like a laser beam, it's like sparklers, like really, really bad effects. But when you're like a kid and when you're like living in the 1950s, you don't see that. There's this one American soldier who gets like shot. He goes all X-ray. You see his skeleton. It's like, whoa! As a 6-year-old, it's kind of like, cool. So that was that one. That's the first one. And I think the thing is, I started thinking, well, what influenced me and why? And I think it's because I've loved science fiction all my life. And when we get round to talking about TV programs, I can expand on that, of course. But this is like, I think possibly one of the first science fiction movies I ever watched.
Awesome. Pete says he loves that film. He said the zap sound is epic.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah, it's like it's very difficult to do. Very. Oh God, yeah, I can hear it, but there's no way I can recreate it. Dave, you're up.
Am I?
Yeah. What's it? I'll give you a clue. It's not War of the Worlds.
This is
you 2 for 2.
Naked Cop.
Yeah. Yeah. He is naked and he's a cop, but that's not the name of the film.
Okay. Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I got cop and gun. Because cops always shoot people. Apparently. ACAB.
Apparently.
No, not true. Not true, guys. Sorry to get political. Go on.
Yeah, a couple in the chat. Naked Gun.
Yeah. Fake news. Leslie Nielsen.
Peep.
Say what?
Peep says naked. Oh, I thought he said naked beaver. He says nice beaver.
Oh yeah, because Priscilla Presley. Yeah. She goes up a short ladder to get a file, and Drebin is standing behind her, and he looks up, and she's got this like kind of short skirt on. It's like, nice beaver, and then she hands him like a stuffed beaver from on top of the cupboard, and she says, "Thank." Oh no! Before she does that, she says, "Thanks. I had it stuffed yesterday." And then hands him a stuffed beaver, which is excellent. In German, it works as well because netter pelts like a nice fur.
See, that just sounds more dirty.
Totally, it does. And I think in German they say something about having it polished or something. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, the whole genre of spoof movies is brilliant. I just love watching these spoof movies and seeing if I can identify what they're taking off. Obviously, we know what they're taking off here, don't we, Dave?
Pottery.
Oh Christ!
Hang on a sec. Hang on.
Dave, you're gonna do
Oh my love.
Yeah, it's the ghost parody.
That's brilliant. And like, yeah, there's a shot where after this they kind of like close in, and you see like Drebin's like huge muscly body, and obviously it's not him, it's a body double, but it's stuff like that is brilliant. Because of that, I mean, not just because of that, I've always loved this kind of genre, and I mentioned this film a couple of weeks ago. Dave, did you look into it?
No, I didn't in the end.
All right. Okay.
I know. I can't rip me apart in the chat, man.
Come on.
Yeah. So chat. What can you tell me about this? Anyone? It's a 1982 movie. Anybody there?
No idea.
I can't see the chat at the moment because I'm sharing this. So
no one in the chat.
Okay. So this is Wacko. It's Joe Don Baker, George Kennedy, 1982. Unfortunately, the first time I saw this, it was on Betamax. That's how long ago I saw it.
Why do you expect me to know that? I ain't fucking.
It's available on DVD, but it's just a copy from like videotape to DVD, so the quality is not great, you know, which is a real damn shame. But again, it's a spoof movie, yeah, about a Halloween, a guy who dresses up as a pumpkin and butchers young girls on October the 31st on Halloween with a high-powered lawnmower. And one girl sees this, and she is bound to be screwed up by the terrible images she must carry around with her for the rest of her life, which is a quote that she uses about 3 times during the whole movie.
It sounds like you're reading off the back of the case, then.
No, it's brilliant. I love this movie.
This is what a real movie person sounds like when they're talking about a film.
Yeah. A good.
I just like watching moving pictures and stuff.
a good friend of mine years ago, unfortunately we fell out of touch. We watched this probably about 10-15 times, and we would just quote the movie the whole time. You know, it's like one of those movies that you can like watch with your best buddy and just quote and quote and quote. All right. Oh yeah, this scene is brilliant. That's Norman Bates. And Norman has been invited to his girlfriend's house, so he's brought his mother along for dinner. And he goes all crazy, and he's like, "Hey, I bet you didn't know that." Hang on a sec. Give me a second.
He's not going to pull out his I was going to say his dead mother, but that sounds really bad then. Just come up with a corpse. We're going to meet Derek. Like. Where's Derek?
There we go. Right.
Really worried what he's got.
Right. Are you still there? Have I lost you?
We're here.
Ah, yeah. Excellent. Okay, good. So he's like, "Hey, I bet you didn't know my mum can sing and drink water at the same time. Oh, I'm not really thirsty, Norman. Oh, yes, you can. I can Google candy." Water going everywhere. It's absolutely epic.
Well, that's copyright struck.
What is this?
Why is this not a segment?
What do you say? I didn't hear that.
That's copyright struck for that.
I can Google candy. There's no way you or anyone in the chat will recognize this. I absolutely guarantee it.
That's Jim a week into the van life.
It's
no, I ain't got a clue what that is.
No, I didn't think you would. This is a German movie. When I moved to Germany, the first week, I went to see this film with a friend. Had no idea what it was about. And it's very much in the same vein as, like The Naked Gun or Blazing Saddles, that kind of stuff. And this guy, Michael Bully Herbig, he has. I mean, when I saw this, I had school German, right? That's the extent of my German. I'd only been there like a week or so, so like. I hadn't really learned anything beyond school German, and I'm watching this in the cinema, and there's so much visual stuff going on that even then I laughed my head off at it all. And this was a pivotal moment for me, because this absolutely demonstrated to me that yes, the Germans have a sense of humor. You know how it is. They're like, yeah, how many Germans does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1, we are very efficient and we do not have a sense of humor, that kind of thing. But this film is, and you can actually get this in English as well, but I've watched it in English, but it's much better in German. It's much funnier in German, to be honest. All right. And it's called Der Schuh des Manitou, Manitou's Shoe. There's a whole range of Western movies written by a guy called what's his name? I wanted to say Karl Marx. It's not Karl Marx. It's somebody else, Marx. And this guy basically he was alive in the 1800s, and he wrote like hundreds of stories in German about all over the world, but he never left Germany. But there are a lot of German films based on his characters, and this is a parody of those. Okay. And then there's this. Okay. Okay, Dave, any ideas? Has everybody gone to sleep?
I don't know what it is, but Peep suggests the marks you were thinking of was commie marks.
Skid marks.
It looks familiar, but I can't name it.
No. Anyone else? Chat. Okay, I'll give you a clue. Sandra Bullock, Brendan Fraser. Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
You got it. I've got it, but I can't think of the name.
I love Brendan Fraser movies.
Slow down, you're way too fast. You don't slow down, you're gonna
Crash.
That's the one. Yeah, it's Crash. But like, you got to be you got to be careful because there are a couple of movies. One is about necrophilia in cars, and the other one, this is the other one. Yeah, this is not the one about necrophilia in cars. This one is the reason I chose this. It's a perfect example of the interconnectedness of all things. And I think Hollywood went through a spate of similar movies, like there was one with Will Smith. Was it Seven Hearts or Seven something? But also Magnolia, which is also an excellent movie.
There was also Water Fountain as well, I think it was called. I had Hugh Jackman in. Similar
Water
sort of
Fountain? Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, I'll have to check up on that one because I don't know it. Yeah, this is it. Like you see these different people in their lives and how they lead their lives in Los Angeles. And in fact, I think that's an alternative movie title, LA Crash, to differentiate between this crash and the necrophilia crash. And
was that the French crashed?
The French crash?
Yeah,
that's Diana.
The French crash is weird.
I've not seen the French.
Wait, what did you
Sorry, that was Princess Diana.
I thought you said.
Oh, dude, why? Moving swiftly along. So you see all these people going through their lives, and you don't know why, you don't know how, because like in the beginning, there's no reason why you jump from one character into another character. They got absolutely nothing to do with each other. And there are pivotal moments later in the movie, and you're like, I say too much. Right. And that was it.
I've never seen it. I got it on Blu-ray, but I've never watched it.
It is excellent. Cancel your plans for the weekend and watch it. It is fantastic.
Oh, but I was going to go out and like,
oh, really?
Put my muscle suit and do my dirty dancing dance.
Down the street.
like She-Man and that.
Yeah. I mean, listening to you guys, I'm thinking, damn, yeah, like you reminded me of all these other movies. Like American Pie was absolutely excellent. I'd moved to Taiwan at that time, and they had that scene, you know, like where he turns around in the kitchen with his trousers down and the apple pie covering his naughty bits on a jumbotron on the side of a building, like on one of the major streets in Taipei. And I was like, damn, I gotta see that. That just looks like really weird. And they had an open air showing, and they had the Chinese subtitles now in Taiwan. I don't know if they still do them. They have the Chinese subtitles running down the side. Most Chinese films these days have them running along the bottom. But at that time, they were running down the side. And the English, of course, we understood the English, right? So me and a group of friends from the hostel I was living in went to see this. And it was so funny because like we were laughing our heads off at the appropriate times. But obviously the Chinese people around us were like, what are they laughing at? And then a couple of seconds later, when the subtitles come up, they would be like, "Ah!" And we'd be like, "Yeah, we already got it. Move along."
I'd only watched American Pie recently, like literally end of last year, and my innocent mind didn't realize American Pie was a euphemism for ladies' naughty bits.
Everyone likes a bit of pie, mate.
I thought it was about
like
pies.
All pie. Apple pie, chocolate pie, oriental pie,
cherry pie, hair pie.
I just want to ask Ross a question. Ross, have you seen a TV show called Switch Reloaded? I think it's called that. It's a German comedy show.
Yeah. Are you talking to Rob or Ross?
Rob, sorry. Rob.
Ross isn't on tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah, Switch Reloaded. I've seen that. Yeah.
No, it's about Germans having a sense of humor. I caught that on a hotel TV years ago, and it's a sketch show, and they did The Office, but David Brent was Hitler. It was The Office in Hitler's bunker. Right. It was hilarious. I didn't understand a word, but there was a bit where he obviously has got Count von Stauffenberg's briefcase that's got a bomb in it, and he's like trying to get it out of his office, but it was all just David Brent doing but like as Hitler. That was really good. I that stuck in my brain. That should look it up.
Saw that movie.
I've actually seen that one. And there was one episode where they had, like these home shopping channels. They had a do-it-yourself zoo and basically you got like about 1,000 matchsticks, or no, cocktail sticks, and chestnuts. And like these presenters on these home shopping channel, they're like, and let's see what we have here. And here we have a tiger, and you see just like chestnuts put together with like toothpicks, sorry, like in an animal shape, and they go through all these different animals, and then there's one upside down, and here we have a sloth.
I'll be doing that with my kids tomorrow because I'm running out of stuff to do with them when I'm like under this fucking lockdown and they're not at school yet.
Yeah, I'll be doing it with my dogs. Right. Doing that activity with my dog.
Come on, Dave.
Apparently, Shane wants me to get my feet out. There we go, Footloose down.
Let's go Footloose down the street.
That is a fantastic movie, by the way. Footloose, Kevin Bacon.
Misery.
It's illegal to dance in this town. You can't dance and have parties and stuff. You can't do it.
I don't know if I'm in Bristol.
Yeah, that was me. I was Kevin Bacon of Bristol.
Oh. Right. Why don't we hand the floor over to Kev and you can tell us all about his new book?
Sounds good to me.
That part of the show. How do you want to do it, Kev? Have you got to screen the show or would you like me to do it?
Well, do you want to put it up on your screen?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, please. That'd be awesome. Thinking. But yeah, no. So there we are. So like fantastic art. I wish I drew it myself, but it's so I'll just read out the introduction here. So after failing an audition for a tyrant king, an apprentice witch named Glyn is banished to a dungeon and left to rot. She quickly discovers she is not alone and that her fellow inmates are a crazy bunch of bright magic monsters, and refusing to give up, Glyn forms a gang and attempts to break out and overthrow their evil masters. And it's 48 pages. Well, it's going to be 52 with concept art as well. And where to start? I don't want to give too much of the story away, but yeah, no, basically that's it. She's a very naive apprentice girl that's been raised by an evil witch. She was stolen from her home as a girl and raised by an evil witch, irredeemable witch. And this is a world where magic is getting rare. So if somebody is good, then they're kind of contained in a dungeon until they're worked on, until they're evil and mean enough to then come out and then serve the tyrant king as one of his like top lords. And she basically says bollocks to that. And so she kind of forms a kind of Robin Hood style gang in order to try and break out of the prison. No, it is a Robin Hood style kind of gang. So she's kind of like Maid Marian, but a witch. And there's a kind of a Robin Hood werewolf guy and Little John. If you actually scroll to the the cover, then you can actually see them. So like even the Little John is like a medieval ghost rider.
Cool.
Yeah.
He looks really cool. I like that. I do like that character. Interesting character designs. They're awesome, dude.
Yeah, so his actual personality can change depending on what skull he's kind of got. So
cool.
if he's got the wrong type of skull in a fight, then he needs to get a different skull. He's on a quest to get the skull of a kind of a Conan, like a dead Conan, because at the moment he's stuck with the skull of a French chef.
That idea. That idea is screaming for an action figure.
Yeah, no, I mean they could actually. I in the last couple of, I didn't think about it until really the last couple of days, but I was like, it is a toy line. I mean, kids would I think a lot of kids would actually love that, and the world I've created could I'd love to see like an RPG and kind of like Grandio or kind of Suikoden kind of RPG kind of game for it, but I have to learn how to code.
Awesome. Have you got a trailer up here? Is that this?
Yeah.
Should we give that a watch?
It's probably hit mute then, I suppose, because I got the music from some anime. But a chap played it. Yeah, it was about 30 seconds. Like Dave, you had a chap play it this morning on another stream, and he didn't get struck. The stream didn't disappear. So.
Okay, right. We're not monetized.
All right. So cool.
Hey, how cool is that?
It just looks really cool, man. Seriously.
For sure. Yeah.
It's an all ages book, and I've worked on it to try and make it as funny as possible. I suppose my kind of comedy sensibilities would be kind of Red Dwarf, Blackadder, and but yeah, no. So packed with jokes. There's a lot of action. A lot happens in 48 pages. There's no filler at all. Nobody's talking about their feelings or anything. But yeah, we've got a sketched here as well.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So it's like of any of the characters in the book, and a watercolor tier as well, and 1 book and 2 book bundles. And if you scroll further down, the artist, she's such a fantastic artist. She can just draw in so many different styles. She's even done an anime chibi art style sheet of stickers.
Cool.
There as well. And like my daughters, they just want to squeeze the clown to death and want to be the girl cat is. That's the evil witch Lucille doll, but that's just like in chibi form there. But you know, it is all ages. So anyone who's reading it, the kind of jokes, they're not going to be too puerile for adults. So I've kind of worked on them so that everybody gets the joke. So, and it's set in the context of their land. So there's no pop culture references or anything like that. And like particularly like in those Pixar movies where you're watching it and all the adults laugh because they've thrown in a joke about Ray Liotta or something, and all the kids just sit there and go, I don't know why are the adults laughing. There's none of that. So if you're reading this with your kids or to your kids, you know, you'll find it funny just as much as they will.
The action,
yeah, like I was saying earlier about the kind of Sergio Leone close-ups on the like faces and stuff like that. I was kind of specific in that, you know, like when they're having a duel. Really and cool. Yeah, a sexy witch as well. That's one for the dads. Lucille Dore. So I mean, should be very good for people to cosplay. Oh
yeah. We've got Shane saying the artwork is definitely cool, and he says the fairy tale anime music kind of fits.
Yeah. I spent an hour and a half trying to buy that track on different websites, and everyone was going, "You're not in our territory." So I was like, "Okay, fine," you know. Then downloaded it in 1 minute.
I tried
to buy it.
Thanks for coming by, Stat. See you soon. Thanks for watching the stream.
Bye, Stat.
There we go. But yeah, dude, this campaign looks awesome. So yeah, we got that watercolor tier. That looks cool. I haven't seen anyone else doing that.
No, she's incredibly talented.
We got a 2-book bundle, £26. We have one copy, £17. That's very affordable for. You said this was going to be a 50+ page book by the end of it.
52, yeah.
52 page book, £17 for 52 pages. That's a bargain. That's great. You get your digital copy for £10. That's good as well. Tip tier. So if anyone wants to help out your campaign, just go here. £2 will go a long way to help the campaign. And then we got the sketch tier, £43. So you get with these you get a copy of the book as well then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I think the stickers as well, and you get a digital copy as well with all of them.
So is this book completed as well?
Yeah, yeah, it's completely finished. You know, just a bit, you know, like the back cover and kind of other kind of small things to do, but all the artwork is done. Cool. That was kind of necessary for me for not being the artist, and you know, so I didn't want to promise something that hadn't been finished yet, being somebody coming out of nowhere. And you know, crowdfunding has been hit by a lot of grifters, chances. I've been hit. I've backed people who's just disappeared with the money, and but or even people who genuinely wanted to do this campaign, and then something happened. You know, like the Lady Alchemy thing that happened, and so I didn't want to start any campaign until it was all finished and ready to go. So if we get funded, so it's a 60-day campaign and probably stay in demand for a month, but then plan to just get it printed and have it in people's hands, hopefully by Halloween.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's funny. And that's a massive selling point, the fact that you've already pretty much got the book done. Like, that's so many books you have to wait like months for, like literally months. Like you get updates saying like, oh yeah, we've done another page, only 87 more to go. And it's like, hold up, what am I getting? And now that is a massive selling point. So definitely push that with this book. The fact that it's like almost done, literally ready to print once it's done. Great.
Yeah, you know, I'm an unknown commodity. I'm an unknown person. You know, a famous artist can raise the money and then spend 2 years working on it. And, you know, most people wouldn't be pushed. They'd be expecting their book. But no, it's vital for people to have faith and trust in me, and the sooner they get it in their hands, sooner can start on a second one.
Right, 38 backers in 2 days. You've got to be quite impressed with that. That's a good.
I am very chuffed.
Over £1,000 raised already. Let's get him to that goal, guys. Remember, links in the description so you can find it very easily. Yeah, well done, dude. Nice.
Oh,
one.
thanks, man.
Yeah, it does look like an awesome book.
Yeah. Not many CG books targeted at a younger audience either, so that's nice to see.
Just in general as well. Like I was going to make a book, and I've got a whole superhero arc that I've kind of written, and then I was just trying to buy something for my daughters where, you know, the artwork wasn't horrible, and you know, kind of just weirdness in the story. So I was like, if I can't buy a book that's got beautiful art that I don't have to vet first, then I'll make it myself for them. And that drove me to create Glyn first.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
And yeah, let's just remind everyone of that beautiful artwork that's in the book. Check out these pages.
That scene there, I like that with the sort of magic swords, magic flowing swords.
What's the artist's name? Lucy, is it?
Luisa Rosso.
Luisa Rosso. How did you find her?
We worked together on a horror anthology before, and she can just draw in lots of different styles, and I knew she could do me proud with this. It's
nice.
Yeah. And the charming vampire. Nice.
Yeah, his game. He's been in a dungeon for 100 years, so his game's a bit off.
That means he's thirsty. That's what that means.
Yeah, he's far too thirsty.
No, that's really cool, man. Seriously, it's really nice to see an actual proper all ages book in crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And in CG, like there needs to be more of them. This is the way forward for CG. Like you got to expand the market, and this book is the one to do it, I think.
Yeah, it looks great. You got some encouragement in the chat. If you like people saying nice. Awesome. Congratulations, dude. Everyone, links in the description. That's Glyn in Monsterland. It's on Indiegogo. Go back it. Go check it out. Any last words?
Yeah, you're awesome.
I try.
All
What are you after, buddy? What are you after?
We'll play him later. Who wants to do some shilling next?
We're talking goodbye shilling or what? Like?
Dave's gonna say subscribe to his YouTube channel because
no, I'm gonna share my screen and show some.
From what we've learned today, he doesn't have much movie knowledge, so he needs the subs to make him learn.
All right, share my screen. Share. Oh, what's that?
Oh,
so yeah, I have a YouTube, Stallion Dave, as the name says, where I show you my lack of movie knowledge and my love of physical media. And yeah, just go sub to my channel. You can see that. Look how good it looks. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Yeah, go sub if you haven't already. If you don't want to sub, why not? What's the matter? What have I done to you?
Don't take it personal, Dave.
Yeah, I will. Sub to my channel, please. Please.
Sub to my channel now, please.
Again, links in bio, dudes. In description, rather. Go check it out.
I've got something to show now. Just
Go on,
because,
let's do that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I've got a YouTube channel where you will also find the other half of the Bargain Bin Show when it is not on Aria's channel. And I do practice inking, practice colouring. I haven't uploaded any lettering yet, but that will be happening soon. I'm basically trying to learn how to do a comic. And as you'll see, I'm not great, so I am learning every video. I'm going to start getting guest people on to help me learn as well, which will be great.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm done.
Just cut Jacob off us off, you know. It's fine.
I'm
Don't worry, Ari. I see how it is.
No, I had actually said everything. Like,
I'm still new to this. I didn't mean to do that. But, yeah, take it away, Rob. Do some shilling for yourself.
Okay. As you already know. Okay, Rattle and Roll is already, like, the first Rattle and Roll is already available. Google it. It's available on Blurb, on Artith Merrick, and KDP, which is Amazon. Rattle and Roll 2, I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress. Sign up for my mailing list, and when I have something to tell you, you'll get a mail. But also, at some point, then you will also get a print it yourself PDF, the story so far, mini zine. I shall call him Mini Zine.
Let's do that again.
Okay. Yeah. I shall call him Mini Zine.
Good to see that sugar hasn't wore off yet. So.
Thank you very much.
Nice one. Rattle and Roll, link in description. And, have we done everyone? Yeah, I guess it's.
What about you? What about you?
Some shilling. So yeah, again, link in the description, guys. The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space is now on Indiegogo. Make sure you head over there. You can sign up the mailing list. If you sign up, you will be receiving a free trading card and fold-out poster with artwork by the Mary Boys legend Chubb himself. So make sure you sign up. You'll be getting all this awesome free merch when you back the project. Let me show you some visuals really quick. So this project is the complete Tailless collection. It's the Tailless collected edition. You're going to receive every single one of the 4 currently released Tailless mini comics in this collection, plus 2 bonus comics, including the very special Not Daredevil crossover. That's the Tailless and Not Daredevil crossover. So that's 6 books in one collection. And that's everything Tailless. On top of that, you're going to receive a massive bonus section in this book. That's going to include every single image, every single thumbnail, sketch, story idea, fan art, absolutely everything that's ever been created for Tailless will be included in this book. You're going to see his complete evolution from his very scribbly beginnings all the way through to his current Comicsgate iteration. And then a couple more things. Like I said, sign up today and you'll get this beautiful artwork by Chubb on a trading card and a fold-out poster. And then on top of all that, upon full funding of this campaign, as soon as we get it funded, we're going to unlock the very special 7th mini comic. And that's special because this is going to be the prelude to the first full-size Tailless issue. This is where you want to hop onto the story. So make sure we get this campaign funded, guys. It's going to be awesome. That's the Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space, now on Indiegogo. Links in the description.
Should we bring up Kev's thing and refresh it just to see if we manage to get him any backers?
Oh, I've lost the screen now. 1 second. Feel for me, guys. Okay, just cough.
Wait, that's going to automatically refresh in it anyway when you bring it up again.
Whoa. Oh, you have. It's 39.
Woo. Oh, it was 35, wasn't it?
Like maybe it was Shane. Shane in the chat. Shane and Sullivan.
Is that that?
Let's see.
Oh, a nice one,
Yeah,
Shane.
39 backers. Awesome.
Woo.
Yeah, if that was you, Shane, you're a legend.
We're the new kingmakers. Where's White Guy?
Awesome. Remember, guys, links in description. Glen in Monsterland. It looks awesome. Thanks for coming on, Kevin, showing us this. That is wicked. Before we go, let's do that. We got one last thing to do. Jacobus, over here.
Shit, yeah. Hold on.
You forgot all about this.
I really did.
Okay.
There's a reason why we're the bargain bin show.
We won't spoil too much, but we're going to, in preparation for our next episode, assign randomly generated words to each of our bargain bin members. So I'm at the top of the list. Give me my 5 words.
Right, you want 5 words? Your 5 are.
Oof. All right. Okay. Awesome. Got him.
Vulva.
Next. Do it for yourself, Jacobus.
It's my 5. The fuck? I hope someone's writing these down.
Well, we'll be able to see him on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah.
Preach, shed, steam, plead.
Oh, musical.
Dirty Dancing, baby. This is good.
And
Rob.
Ooh. Okay.
Constellation.
Do one more for whoever else is going to be on the show next week.
Do we know?
Have we explained to the chat what we're doing?
Yeah.
Tell him 5 minutes before the show.
No, we won't tell them yet, but they'll find out soon enough.
Cool. Because I don't know what we're doing either, guys, so we'll both find out at the same time.
Excelente.
There we go. So I guess we're all done now. So we just do that gay bit where we wave at the camera and say goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye. Okay, waving glove on again.
Links in the description. Check out Glen in Monsterland. Check out all our projects. We'll see you soon. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye.